Hi y'all! Welcome in. Hi Eve. Hi Shishi. Yes, you came in right at the same. Not you came in right at the perfect time. I don't know what that's supposed to be. I don't know. Oh, where is my? Oh, you shit. Hey y'all. So okay, all right. I am admittedly packing for this trip, and I'm trying to I tried to be as prepared as I could for the for travel. And for the most part, the most of my bag is packed. For those that don't know, the sorority wear retreat is this weekend. And I really try to do stuff in advance. Hi Renee. Hi Risha. Risha's already in Dallas. Renee already in Dallas. As prepared as I tried to get, I feel so unprepared. You know what I mean? Y'all know how that feels like when you travel, even when you feel like I've done more than I normally do. Hey everybody, welcome in. So that's where I am with it. So today I didn't want to start a new clothing project. I just wanted to kind of focus on making something that was functional for my trip. And so I decided to make a laptop bag. Hey, Will. Hey, everybody. So, because I needed one. I needed one for travel. So, remember that jelly roll quilt I attempted to make last year with Dr. Jen, and it was a disaster. It was me, Dr. Jen. I think Rosin was on the live. I think Shamir was on the live. So, I thought I threw it in the trash, but apparently I didn't. Apparently I didn't. So, here we are. Here we are. I cut it up because I gave up in the middle of the live. I was like, yeah, I ain't, it's a wrap. So this is fabric from JoJo's. And it's a laptop case. It doesn't look too bad, right? It actually looks kind of, it doesn't look horrible. And I did something so another thing I did. So this is a piece, I used way too much white and I was like, this shit looks ugly. So I was like, you know what? Actually, I can actually flip this around. So this must be how Dr. Jen and them be feeling when they do the disappearing nine patch. So I can switch it around and then I cut it on the cross grain so that it'll give me different directions. So I kind of played around with how to do the placements and stuff like that. So for the interior, I am using a foam. By the way, this is a pattern by 5 out of 4. I've never heard of the company before. I listen. I just looked online. I just did a search on free laptop bags, and I wanted something that had a closure. A lot of hey RV Beats. A lot of the laptop bags that I saw, they were um Velcro closures, or just simple fold over closures. So I wanted something with a zipper, and the process of putting this together is very reminiscent of doing a zipper pouch, you know what I mean? Just squared out differently. So another reason I love this pattern is, first of all, it's a cut list. So they give you the measurements of how you should cut things out. It's basically a bunch of rectangles, y'all, different size rectangles. And I like it because it's a buildable laptop case. Because some laptop cases have a lot going on. Sometimes it's a little bit too little going on. So you really can build out this laptop case and design it the way you want to, right? So I'm just going to do a simple compartment for my main laptop, and I'm going to do 2 pockets in the front. But they also show you how you can do a mouse pad, or if you want to put some compartments for your pens and pencils. They give you a lot of insight into different ways you can different things you can do with the bag. All right. So what I did for the front pocket is I basically I kind of went all I YOLO'd a little bit, but with this, I feel like it's not really a YOLO thing. Instead of doing a lining for the front pocket, I just cut a piece of my quilt. Again, I was trying to use as much of this quilt as possible. And I just made it extra long. So we're just gonna, and I interfaced it. So we're just gonna fold this over and kind of top stitch it with the raw edges to the main body. So this is gonna be my pocket. I'm debating on whether or not I want to add a BSN patch. I don't know. What y'all think? Let me know in the chat if you think I should add a BSN patch. I mean, why not? This was the sample patches that Joshy made me, and I had it left over. Let me know what y'all think. If y'all think I should add it. It's a little something. It's a little something. And for the main body, I did add interface to it as well as foam. So foam is super expensive. I got this foam from Michael's. I did use a coupon, so it ended up being $12, but regular price is like $17. And the foam is you get like 20 inches by 60 inches. So I guess 20 by it's like 2 yards. You get like less than 2 yards for I guess it's $5 a yard. I guess it comes out about five, but it's only 20 inch width. You think I should add the patch, Risha? Okay, Risha said I should add the patch, so we're gonna add the patch. All right. So yeah, let me know what you guys are working on. Risha, what are you doing in the hotel, girl? Risha said, I'm getting here early, okay? I'm getting here early. I'm glad you made it there safely. Let me see if I can get some music going. What is everybody working on tonight? I know Renee is putting together some hold on, y'all. The pattern. She's giving the retreat folks a pattern. It's gonna be so cute. You know how I know? Because I helped her come up with it. We love to see it. Okay. All right. Okay. You said watching TV. All right. Not watching TV. All right. First, we're going to iron on this patch. So I'm thinking the placement can be. I'm taking my Aliso with me because I need to do some Aliso content. So I think I'm gonna do on this side. Let's iron on this patch show. Not watching TV. All right, so we're gonna add the patch. And this patch actually, the reason why I was going back and forth between whether or not I wanted twill or felt. I like the twill patches a lot better. So we're gonna add the felt one. The felt one is fine. All right. So I am splitting this pocket in half. So I just want to kind of maybe put it on the left side. All right. All right. So I'm going to just iron that down. Well, turn on the iron first. Hey, everybody. Welcome in. So what is everybody going to do while we're away playing at the retreat? What are y'all going to do? Y'all, why the TSA? They not paying TSA again, y'all. I'm like, y'all really hate us. Y'all really hate us traveling folks. They are not paying TSA again, y'all. They are not paying TSA again. Hey, everybody, welcome in. I'm like, I thought that was over. I thought they resolved it, but I think they are still paying. They're paying the air traffic controllers. See, they couldn't play that again. They couldn't play that ish again. All right, so a trick, and if you have a BSN patch, the trick is on the other. You want to press it on one side, but you also want to press it on the other side. That's a trick Joshy told me. So you want to press it on both sides. Technically, you don't have. Hey, Dory B. Make patterns for what, D? Make patterns for what? D, girl, you barely promoted the LaShawn. And for my strap, I'm gonna use some trim from Lynn. Because I had it, child. D. Child, not D. Auntie Carol and Shamir gave us. Oh, y'all got homework? Tell them make sure they do their homework too. Auntie Carol gonna be at the retreat. I'm gonna make sure she doing her homework too. How about that? Gonna be demanding other people do homework. Did you do your homework, Auntie Carol? Did you do your homework, sis? How about that? Is your homework done? All right, y'all. So I'm just gonna cut this about 14 inches. You know what? I'm just gonna cut it here. All right, so we got 2 straps. All right, what are y'all saying in the chat? They get to the airport 3 to 2 hours before your flight. Nah, it don't make no sense. I'm leaving super early, so it don't make no sense for me to get there that early. I'm leaving ridiculously early, so that don't work for me. I also am not checking a bag, so that works to my benefit. And I had, well, TSA pre-check don't matter. There was no one in the pre. Oh, okay, so that's good. Risha said I should be good. Risha said I should be good. You know what? We might have to glue you down. Cause what the? Got that right there. Which I will glue this. Use some good old fabric tag. Boom, there you go. I'm working, Karma. I know I had to promote the lovely LaShawn. I'm waiting on some chiffon fabric. Okay. I got there at 3:45. Was it in the afternoon or in the morning, Risha? You know I'm leaving a.m. My flight leaves at 5 a.m. All right, y'all. So the first thing I'm going to do. First things first. I pops. Is we're going to add the straps to the thing. And I don't know. That ain't what they told me to do, but that's what I'm going to do. We're going to add the straps to the front. I'm kind of doing my own thing, y'all. I ain't even going to hold y'all. In the words of Terrence, oh goodness, yeah. She's doing what she wants to do, y'all. She's doing what she wants to do, y'all. And is. Oh, that's looking cute already. Look at that. Look at how darling that looks. Mm-hmm. Don't play with Carm. Look at me creating masterpieces already. Yours up at 5 a.m. too? Oh, right, because you paid all that money extra to get in there early. Yeah. Risha was like, oh, we don't make sure y'all follow Risha. She's been giving content already. I ain't giving the general pop content for the retreat, so follow Risha. Risha is giving all the behind the scenes. Risha, what is your content going to focus on for the retreat? Are you focused on anything in particular? Your projects, what people are doing? Risha, did you apply to be an ambassador? They were looking for ambassadors. You actually will be a really good ambassador. Shut up, Renee. Nobody asked you. Nobody asked you. She's a hater. Renee's a big hater. Nobody asked you. Nobody asked you, sis. And for the record, I do be following directions now. For the record, I do be following directions. Okay. Okay, D. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, that's gonna be cute. Y'all gonna be like, oh my god, Carmen, you are a artist and a genius. Y'all see the vibes. Y'all see the vibes. Don't play with Carm. All right, let's go. Let's see how this is gonna go though. It's gonna be a little bit of both. Okay, check out Risha. My projects and the people are doing at the retreat. Risha was like, I want to do what I want to do when I want to do it. Well, that's gonna be wonderful. I'm just stitching on, and I'm using a pretty heavy needle. I probably didn't need all of this, but oh, okay. I probably didn't need this heavy of a needle, but we're gonna roll with it. And I'm just doing a box. I'm keeping it pretty simple. All right. Now, some people like to do like the cross box, like they do up around like a box and then they do an X. I ain't doing all that. I ain't doing all that. We keeping it simple. Ooh. Ooh, she did that. She did it. So one is on. We're going to go to the next one. Create the next box. This going to be cute. I love it. Right, Sam? It is cute, right? And honestly, you don't need a pattern for this. They give you the measurements. You can, like, if you're like me though, I like to, like, when I get these patterns that don't have like measurements, I do like to create like a paper pattern just because, like, if I go back and make it again, it just makes it easier instead of having to quilters. I know the quilting girlies don't mind, but I don't be wanting to measure every single time. Like, I'm like, I could save time and just put that pattern piece up against it and go about my business, child. You know what I mean? All right, so we got those on. So we're gonna stitch on. So that's how it looks on the other side. Y'all see the vibes. Y'all see the vibes. So I'm making sure to keep a little bit out of the top of the bag so that, you know, when I apply the zipper and flip it or whatever, the straps don't get caught. But these are like, I know this looks like mesh, like you see the holes in it, but this is a pretty sturdy handle piece of trim. Again, I got this out off of Lynn's shop. So Lynn will be vending at the event. So make sure y'all support Lynn as well as Renee. They will both be vendors at the sorority wear retreat. Me and Renee got a little competition going to see if she can hit her goal. Did Renee promote today? Everybody ask her. Renee, did you promote today? We know the answer to that. What's Terrence say? My mama always told me you can lead a horse to water. Oh, my mama always told, you know, Terrence always let us say that. My mama always told me. I mean, it's a free pattern. It's literally only a cutlass. And again, you can honestly, if you just wanted to do a real quick bag, like if you ain't had no time and you just wanted to um make a bag to protect your you could do it in, let me see, 16. It's 16 by 12. So you could do it with you could do it with 1 yard of fabric if the 1 yard of fabric is like 60 width. No, you could do it with 1 yard of, even if it's a Ankara, you can do this with 1 yard of fabric. 1 yard of fabric, a yard of foam, and a yard of lining. You could do that. A zipper. I ain't gonna say it's a scrap buster. I mean, it could be if you got a big scrap. It could be, I guess. I made that box a little bit too big, but we're gonna roll with it. Made that box a little bit too big, but we're gonna roll with it, y'all. How has the pattern show? I said we're it's in the link to the pattern is in the description. So I on my lives, I really try to include the link in the description. So if you ever like remember Karn, I remember when Karn made such and such. For BSN's live and my personal lives, I definitely try to put the pattern in the description. So y'all have it to refer back to. My lives may be a little bit unhinged, but at least you'll have a link to the pattern. So grab it. I know Brittany said she planned on making it. A lot of people said they need a laptop bag. So we're going to see. And I did test it out before, like, to make sure it fit my laptop. I think I have a 13-inch. I got a MacBook. I'm a MacBook girly. All right. Now we are going to... So the straps are on. Boom. There we go. Now I did think about adding zipper tabs to my I'm just gonna stitch on the we're gonna stitch down the patch. That's why I was doing that. Like, why was my thing acting like that? I'm just doing a quick little stitch. It always be acting funny right around that curve. Oh. Yeah, let me know if y'all end up trying this. I would love to see it. Hey, Yvette. Yeah, you could totally do it as a project bag. I just needed a laptop bag. Yeah, it could totally be you could. This is a great bag to like a hackable bag. Like you can make this bag whatever you want. You want it for a project bag? Absolutely. I feel like it's beginner friendly. I ain't gonna show you all the bag. The bag. Oh, the bag don't actually look that bad. Don't play with Carm. Okay. So we just stitched her on. So now we're gonna fold this down, wrong sides together. This is the way I'm doing the pocket. Y'all don't have to do it like that. Wrong side together, and I'm going to affix it like to the bottom. So basically the raw edges, I'm keeping that raw edge because we're going to enclose that when we sew it up. So I'm going to basically put, this is how I cut the pocket, but they want you to cut two. They want you to cut a size like 16 by 5 by like 10 or something like that. But I just like doubled it. I did like a 16 by 5 by 20 so I can just fold it and keep it clean like that. So I folded it in half so it's wrong sides together. And I'm just going to top stitch the sides, the two sides. Like raw edges, all the raw edges together, and just do a quick little edge stitch to keep it all together. Oh, this looks so cute. It's coming together, y'all. And again, I'm using a 110 needle, which is definitely bigger than I normally do, but oh, y'all see that? So basically the front pocket is gonna, I'm gonna like do a top stitch also down the center. Debating on should I change the needle? No, it's fine. The reason I love that I did this out of this quilted fabric is because I can use these lines as guidelines. So I basically cut it so that there will be a seam at the center point. So I'm gonna do a stitch down the sides. I'm gonna do a stitch down the center point, and I'm gonna do a stitch down the other side. I'm thinking about switching up. Ah, shit. I'm probably gonna switch out the thread. Maybe not. I'm also going to do a basting stitch down the bottom just to keep everything together. And we're going to do a stitch down the other side. Yes, I am. So for the main body, I did interface it first with some woven interface, and I did glue some foam to the top for the main body. And for the pocket, I did use some medium weight woven interface. It's just an interface that I got from Amazon. Nothing special. They recommend you use craft fuse. I don't like craft fuse. So I'd rather use like 808. I'd rather just layer up on my interface. My interface that I have. I feel like craft fuse just buckles too much for me, for my liking. That's me. But if you want to use it, you can. I'm just not I do like SF101 though. So basically the interface I'm using is similar to SF101. So yeah, foam stabilizer, a comparable interface to SF101. All right. So that's where you see the pocket. So now I'm just gonna do a stitch down. Let me see. Oh. I am gonna switch out and just do a quick. I'm gonna switch out my thread real quick. Cause I just don't. Just quick, real quick. You're welcome. But it's easy. So it's again, it's no pattern pieces. It's just a cut list. And you can build it. So yeah, like I was saying earlier, you can okay, hold on. You can build this pattern however you want. Hey Chris, how are you? So yes, a lot of us are going to the retreat. Is everybody that's I know a lot of people are there already, but is anybody that is going already packed? Sen, are you all packed up? My outfits are packed, but I need to do little stuff like toiletries and what else do I need to do? That's it for the most part. I don't like wear a heavy amount of makeup, so my makeup, I ain't taking too much. Just a little foundation. Y'all know what I got today? I got some skincare from the dollar store. So y'all wish me luck. People, yeah, some people like it. TikTok got me. TikTok was like, you can buy interface from the dollar store. We gonna see. So I did do a little quick backstitch. Okay. Oh no. Okay. You didn't like her? Yeah. I just needed you to get through the bottom thread. Okay, hold on. My machine is not filling this thread. Hold on. My machine said, girl, get that thread out of here. Is it this one over here? It said, girl, please. Did you decide what you bringing, Son? Are you bringing some Winnies? Okay. Okay, so you just got the sewing stuff. Welcome back, D. I got a couple outfits. I only got like jeans. I need to pack like I ain't even taking jeans. I'm taking like jean capris that I made. Is most of the stuff you're taking like people that are going? Is it me made stuff? Most of my stuff is. What do I think? No, I'm not. I'm taking me made. No, actually, no. The pajamas that I. Oh shit! I forgot about that. My pajamas ain't me made this year. I ain't feel like it. I started that robe last week, but I was like, yeah. Okay, let's try this again. Let's see how you do. Let's see if you want to act right. You want to act right? Okay. All right. We got our pockets in. We got our pockets. So, just to give you a little bit of perspective. Oh my God. The pocket does fit the BSN journal, if I can find it. Okay, well, here's it. Ugh. Where's the BSN journal? I just had it. Where is the BSN journal? I literally just had it. Oh, here we go. Oh, I did make my white dress. Oh yeah, I made it last year. So this is the BSN journal. I'm not sure what the measurements are, but this has more than enough room for my journal. It does fit the plug that's somewhere else. So my plug's gonna go in this one. The journal's gonna go in this one. So it's a nice size. It's a nice size, and I still got a lot of room left. All right, so now we're gonna start applying the zipper. So this is pretty much it from here. Similar to the wet bag, we are going to. Do I want to use the zipper? I got this zipper. I cut a zipper. We're gonna use this one. I'll put. So we are going. This is very similar to the wet. If you've made the wet bag, it's gonna be very familiar process. So we're gonna apply. I'm gonna do the sandwich method. So I'm gonna put the zipper. The teeth of the zipper are gonna be touching the main part of the fabric. You want to make sure you get your strap out the way. And I cut this extra long. I did not need to cut off all this. Damn. And the waterproof canvas is going to be on the other side. I'm gonna switch out my foot as well. Yes, I believe. Yes. Yep. Yeah, because they always want us to take the group picture. So yes, we will get a t-shirt. Hey T. All right, so coming together nicely. So we're gonna do just a stitch across the top. So this is kind of how it will look when it's done. Oh, that looks so good. Okay. Let me switch out my thread as well as my zipper foot. All right. Again, you can add like a apartment compartment for a pencil case, for a mouse. I don't use my. I don't. Does anybody still use a mouse with their laptop? I know with the, like a desktop, I can understand. I don't use a mouse. This is going to be so cute. So yeah, if you want to make a compartment for a mouse, they do give you the measurements for that. I say all that to say they give you the measurements for that. All right. Make sure you cut that foam out of the way. You can stitch through foam, but makes it a lot easier when you take it out. Again, this is a free pattern, y'all. And so far, so easy. I am repurposing a old quilt. And for my lining, I'm using waterproof canvas. Hi, Dr. Jen. Dr. Jen, you will be so proud of me. I didn't throw away my quilt like I thought I did. And I'm repurposing it to make a... Y'all see it! Y'all see the vibes! Don't play with Carm. Now, I was thinking about top stitching this, but I don't think I am. I don't want to top stitch it. And I don't have to, because that's my business. You can top stitch this if you want to, but I'm opting out. I don't want to top stitch it. And that's my prerogative. It's my prerogative. I can do what I want to do. It's my prerogative. That's my business. Another thing I could have done was I could have added a zipper tab, but again, we keeping it simple and we keeping this quick. Okay. All right, so the other side, so we have the other side of the zipper tape that's open. We're gonna apply the top. Make sure that you keep that strap down and out the way. So I'm gonna add, and make sure that everything is lined up. So the body and the what's this called? You know what? Did I do this wrong? Child, y'all gotta do this over. I don't have to, but I am. Well, I already made my first mistake. And we were doing so good. I could keep this like this, but the waterproof canvas is on the wrong side. So that's fine. I'm glad I ain't top stitch it too. That's an easy enough thing to resolve though. So we're going to just flip it over. Make sure right sides are together. The rough side of the people always including. Now I don't get confused. I know what the right side is, but people always ask, what is the right side of the waterproof canvas? It's the rough side. So you need to put the right side of the waterproof canvas with the right side of the your outer fabric. So we're just gonna flip that around real quick and stitch it again. No biggie. No big deal. Easy fix. Easy fix. Annoying fix, but we going. It ain't hard to do. Darn it. Like, Carm, you was on your way. You was on your way to being done, girl. It's always something, ain't it? Dr. Jen, I am using my Jelly Roll quilt to make a laptop case. I'm proud of me. And this is my little remembrance of Joanne, because this fabric is from Joanne, RIP Joanne. Today I had a little moment where I was missing Joanne. But you know what I didn't do? Come to the internet to cry about it. Yo, every time I see a video where somebody is literally crying about Joanne a year later, I'm like, oh, y'all don't deal well with breakups. But I guess it's more like a death, but I'm like, yeah. Was y'all acting like this when Hancock closed? Did I just not see it because the internet wasn't when did they close? What year did Hancock close? But was y'all acting like this when Hancock closed? I'm just curious. Maybe I just didn't notice it because I wasn't like I feel like I was sown when Hancock was open. Maybe was Hancock in Philly, Dr. Jen? Was Hancock in Philly? Because I don't remember it growing up. I mean, Joanne was always around, but I feel like Philly got its own, like, we have our own local fabric store staples. Like, we got Joanne at home. We ain't need Joanne because we had local businesses that we supported. Exactly. They closed in 2007. Oh yeah, I definitely wasn't sewing then. Yeah, it's a fabric store, Yvette. It's a fabric store. An old one. Yeah, that closed. Yeah, I don't. We. That's why Dr. Jen. Did we have Hancock in Philly? I don't know if she's still here. I don't remember it going. I always remember Joanne. I always remember Michael. Y'all remember AC Moore? I remember AC Moore. I don't remember no Hancock child. Right. We had Woolworths in Philly. Did y'all have Woolworths where y'all were from? Y'all remember Woolworths? Am I aging myself? Yeah. That's all we had. That's what I remember. Fabric Row is what I remember. I don't remember the mill store either. All right, y'all. And don't even. They really did. I'm gonna add the outer fabric, and remember, I don't know if y'all can see, the smooth side is the wrong side waterproof canvas. So the plasticky feeling side, that's the wrong side. This is the right side. So we just want to make sure when applying it. So we're going to add right side to right side. So with these strapped down to the top of the zipper tape, the one that is left. You want to put right side to right side together with the waterproof canvas. So the right side of the waterproof canvas should be touching the other right side of the waterproof canvas. Zipper tape up touches the outer fabric, and in my case, the quilted fabric. Thank you, D. D giving us a little history facts there. Thank you, D. Yeah, I've never been in Hancock a day in my life. I didn't hear about it till in the last couple years. Cloth World. I've never heard of Cloth World. Okay. Yvette said, all I really want to know is do they really care about us? And they don't. Okay. Looking good. It's looking good. All right, so I'm just going to stitch it down. Again, if you want to go in and do a top stitch, you can. I'm skipping the thought button. I really could have cut out some more of this foam, but we're going to rock with it. We're going to lean with it, rock with this foam. Make sure you get that foam out of that seam allowance. I should have cut off more at the top just because I'm adding a zipper. Probably they didn't have us cut out more, but whatever. Lean with it, rock with it, lean with it, rock with it. Take those pins out. Projects like this, I don't sew over pins. I don't be taking that chance. Okay. Okay. Mm. Hi, Carol. Y'all see Carol with all them outfits? Carol said, if it's a fabric swap, I'm gonna take some fabric. Child, make sure y'all go follow Carol on Instagram so y'all can see all that stuff she made with that fabric from the trip and stuff. Carol said, I'm here for the fabric. She's like, I don't know what y'all came here to do. I'm here for the fabric. She said, I'll take it. Oh! Dr. Jen said, hey, bestie. All right. All right, y'all. We're in the final stretch. So make sure you okay, so this is what we're working with. We're working with something. Let's make sure that zipper unzips. And it does. It's looking beautiful. It's looking gorgeous. All right, so we're gonna keep just the zipper out the where we're gonna sew it up. And we're gonna put right sides to right sides together. Okay. Preferably clips. Don't be like me. I need my clips. I don't know what happened to them things. They be fine. They be going out the pasture with pins. All right. So we got the right side of the outer fabric together. And I'm gonna stitch this together like a 1/4 inch seam allowance. And after this, we'll be done. The precision that I use in cutting this, I'm pretty proud of that. I'm pretty proud of this precision, okay? All right, so I'm going to start at the bottom and I'm going, at this pen, I'm going to sew out. I'm going to really reinforce those edges. And like here, like do a couple back stitches. We're going to stitch all the way around the main body. And we're going to basically do one big square, but we're going to leave this open. So from here to here, we're going to leave open because we're going to birth that, okay? So I'm just going to leave a pin there to indicate, girl, stop. Where's the clip? I know I got a clip in here somewhere. Okay. And we're going to birth it and be pretty much done. I know Michael's be buying stuff to kill it. Michael be like, oh yeah, I'm buying this so you never reopen. Okay. Michael's ain't slick. Michael, I'm gonna switch the Michael buys brands to kill the brand. Just like they bought Joanne. They do have a little section, but Michael's buys brands just so they don't reopen, Chad. Bibles ain't slick. All right. So let's get it started. Remember at that starting point, you want to, I'm sewing this at a 3/8 of an inch. I guess I'm doing 3/8 of an inch. And on the corners, you want to reinforce that. Make sure, like I said, remember to get that zipper out of the way. Okay. This is a good beginner-friendly project. The most challenging thing for beginners, and it's not really a challenge, you just gotta make sure you take that foam out the seam allowance. That's certainly good. So around that zipper, be careful when you're sewing over the zipper. You just want to kind of go back and forth as well around that point, but just be careful. I'm using a plastic zipper so I can sew over that. Ouch! Okay. And again, for those that weren't here earlier, I am using a 110 zipper. 110, 18, I think. So that what you hear is that foam. We're gonna keep rocking and rolling. And again, reinforcing those corners. Little back stitch. Okay, we're gonna turn it, pivot. And if you want to make this smaller, you can. If you take the foam out of the seam allowance, how does it? I glued it on. So Yvette, remember that I gave y'all glue at the event. You can use basin spray too, but I glued it on using fabric tack. You should have had some in your bag from the Trap and Sew. And I think I gave y'all some from the New York trip too. I don't even when foam is fusible, I still glue it on. I don't ever iron down foam because I wanted to keep the integrity of that fluffiness, I guess. But yeah, I always glue my foam on. We're almost out the woods. And you can stitch through foam, like if it ain't too thick. You been using it? Yay! Okay. I love that stuff. Okay. Shout out to Beacon. Shout out to Beacon. We love Beacon over here, okay? Oh, okay. Well. Stitching on the other side. You have it? Okay. But even though you can stitch over foam, you don't want to. You want to kind of keep it out the seam allowance. But if you have to stitch, it ain't like Decoville heavy where you shouldn't be or Profuse that you really shouldn't be stitching over. Even though you technically can stitch over Decoville heavy, but I'm not. Have y'all been any of my bag makers in here? Me and Renee were talking about this. I have not been loving Decoville heavy lately. Decoville heavy be feeling like it does not have the structure that it used to. You can also use fleece for this, fusible fleece. I personally, I'm only a fan of fusible fleece for certain products, but I rarely use fusible fleece. I think, it's all right. Fusible fleece works well with like Renee's Saida bag if you've ever made that flat bag. But in general, I love a structured bag. Like I don't really like super slouchy bags. All right, y'all. So we are. So I'm reaching the opening where we're gonna birth it. So that was pretty. A pretty smooth ride around the mulberry bush. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna clip the corners. I don't really want to do too much clipping on the outside, though. All right, here we go. Yeah, like I don't know what's been going on. All right, y'all. So we're gonna pull it through. So I left a little bit of the zipper open. Oh yeah, clip off the zipper as well. You know what would be cute? Like a recess zipper. You can also make this into a recess zipper if you fancy like that. If you're a fancy bag maker. So let's pull her through. Ooh. Oh. Oh. What do you use? Do you use anything instead? Yeah, me and Nikki Brooks, Beauty du Jour, hates Decoville. She hates everything about it, but she been hating it, even when everybody else was using it. She loves that stabilizer stuff from Tandy. Okay. Now we just need to kind of poke her out, child. Again, you can if you want to add more pockets, a slip pocket on the inside, pockets for your pencils and pens, you can totally do that. Me, I'm keeping it simple. Y'all don't forget tomorrow, Yvette So Eve will be on YouTube. She is covering for Renee. We appreciate it, her service. She is in the chat. Make sure you are following her. She's making the Anna dress. So this month, BSN is focused on making patterns by women pattern designers. On Sunday, Shamir will be covering for Sunday service. And I think she'll be joined by Brittany or Mina. Who else making it with you? Shamir. She making the Sia dress. One of my favorite vacation dresses. I made it for my last two vacations. Super easy, straightforward. Okay. Which is, oh, that looks so good. Ugh. She's right there. Make sure you're following her. She is the she making the Anna. I think she's making it in a denim. I've made the Anna dress in a denim. Super cute. That's an easy one. Trickiest part of the Anna is that facing, the way they do the facing. But other than that, it's a pretty straightforward dress. Just poking out the corners. Now you can look how great that looks. That looks so good. You know what? You can do a slip stitch, you can hand stitch that opening, but y'all know what I'm about to do. Y'all know what I'm about to do. We're gonna close that up with a quick little top stitch. Cause who got time for the extras? Who's gonna know? Who's gonna see it? Who's gonna know? And if your laptop, again, I have a 13-inch laptop. I have my laptop is sizable, I feel like. You want to use this for your project bag for crochet or knitting? That's your business. Do that. Do that, bro. All right. We got the little top stitch done. Who gonna see it? Who gonna see it? Okay. Yes, Eve will be on tomorrow at stuff that down in there. We're gonna stuff her down. I was like, if that don't fit. Wait a minute. And we are all done. Look at that. Pockets in the front. Handles intact. The moment of truth. Look at that. Look at that. Like I said, if you wanted to add some zipper tabs on the top, the sides to make it look more cohesive, I feel like it looked fine. It's a black zipper. Let's see. The moment of truth. This my actual laptop fit. If my laptop don't fit, hang it up. Flat screen. The moment of truth. Where's my laptop? How about that? I got my booty out. The moment of truth. Oh, here we go. Thank y'all. Does my laptop fit? And does. Wait a minute. Hold on. Does it? Does it fit at the top? Wait a minute. Oh, it fit. Because I was about to say, don't play with me. We got my laptop. We got my journal. Okay. And I have my plug is already plugged up. So. Ah, ah. Let's plug this up now. Let's get this together so we can pack it up. Hold on. This is my plug. Thank you. If y'all want an extra little project at the retreat, y'all can do it. Listen, y'all gonna pack my bag with me, okay? So we got everything packed. I can honestly put my, even though I made this the front pocket for my cord, I could probably just throw my cord within the zipper part. Listen, turn everything off. Turn everything off. Yep, I'm gonna be right in the sunroom. Look, that is cute. And let's put it right in my BSN bag. Actually, y'all, I got a bunch of stuff in here already. Hold on. The ultimate tester doesn't fit in my BSN tote. So y'all see I was packing. Y'all see I was packing. All right, so here go my BSN tote that I'm taking on the plane. Look at the coordination. The moment of truth doesn't fit in my BSN tote. And so if you have a BSN tote, it fits in perfectly. It fits in perfectly to my BSN. Not that the BSN, I do throw my the BSN tote is pretty heavily stabilized though. So I typically, of course, this is the first time I had a laptop case that I made. But you can just throw your laptop in your BSN tote because it does have a lot of stabilizer in. And I have a hard case on I have a hard case on my laptop, but it's not. It's a nice little and like you out like hello. Yes, I made it. Yes, and so I got this trim from Lynn. So yeah, even if you want to use it for like a separate, like a smaller project bag, it is super spacious, right? So yeah, the BSN tote, like when I was designing it with Renee, I wanted it to make sure because y'all remember I used to be on Spirit and they used to always like make me put my thing in the thing. So I made sure that it fit the personal item box exactly. So it is pretty spacious because you can fit a lot in the personal item, but yes, I love that I was able to put this because I thought I threw this in the trash because this quilt was a disaster. This quilt was a disaster. So I'm so glad that I was able to put it to use and that it is like this. I have enough to make something else with it too. Like if I wanted to make another like smaller bag or something like that or a toiletry bag, I still have enough of that quilt left. So I'm so proud of myself for finally it was a disaster, Dr. Jen. It was a disaster. It wasn't. So maybe I'll try to figure out something to do next week with my quilt. I know we're supposed to be working on my little pajama outfit. But I'm proud of me. I'm so proud of me. It is nice. It is sturdy. It is cute. Dr. Jen, just be proud that I actually did something with my quilt. Look, it can fit my phone. It fits all the things. Yes, make you one. Make you one. And again, you can add like different pockets. They have like these two pockets, but they also have like measurements for an extra pocket for your mouse. I don't use a mouse, so yeah. We love to see it. Anyway, thank y'all for hanging out with me. This was fun. Let me know if y'all make it. Please tag me, tag BSN. I gotta find the socials for this person. The pattern is from 5outof4.com. I've included a link to where you can grab it in the description. So definitely I'm gonna see if I can find the creator on Instagram. I have their website, but I want to see if I can actually find the creator on Instagram and tell them how great of a pattern this is. So yeah, make sure you tag me if you make it. What's the time for what? Yes, thank you. Thank y'all for the safe travels. Also, Miss Cynthia, thank you so much for sending in the They got the wet bags. They got 63. So Mama Maisha picked them up from the PO box, and there were 63 bags waiting for her. She is so appreciative, so thankful. You know, Philly got hit with all that snow or whatever, so she's 80, so she doesn't make it out as much. But she does come out for like volunteer day and all that kind of stuff. So yes, thank you all for the safe travels. This was fun, very quick live. So yeah, I finished in an hour. I was talking for about, yeah, I was looking. So I started probably 10 minutes in. So yeah, we are at the 1:15 mark. I've been yapping for the last 5 minutes. So yeah, it took about an hour to do this. It's a really quick live, and off live I probably could do it even faster. So we're not in a race. It's a marathon, not a race, but this is a quick, easy to sew project. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you so much for hanging out. Hey, Auntie Carrie. Thanks for hanging out. This was fun. And make you one. I want to see him. All right, y'all. Peace.